But I mean, the band itself it was great. It was like, you know, rock and roll, and just, it was just a dream come true. It was like my husband and I doing it together, and like we were musicians from two different genres, really. And when we got married and moved in together, it just, he was doing some kind of a riff, and I was like, oh well, what if it went like this? And I started singing to it, and it just happened. One of the songs is called "None of This Matters," and I wrote it, really for Joe. And it was like, the whole world could crumble, but as long as you're by my side, everything will be okay. And that really has kind of helped me along the way with this journey right now. I'm so fortunate. Like, I am so blessed. I hear stories of other people, their spouses leaving them in the middle of their long COVID battle. And, Joe's done nothing but wrap me in love and support. And, I mean, not saying like we're perfect. I mean, of course, like we're crazy, um, as normal humans should be crazy, right? Um, but the overall arc of our story is love. And I'm so grateful for that. And there's another song that we wrote on that album called Miracle, like just keep looking for your miracle. And I kind of cling on to that song too in my heart. Like, it sounds so dumb to like say that there's songs that I wrote that like helped me through this, but there's songs that I wrote that helped me through this. It just, it's so weird that I wrote them in a completely different time, like, None of This Matters was like, oh, my job sucks, and like, rah, 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 I'm 20, meh, and Miracle would be like, oh gosh, I can't wait till, we get a gig at, such and such place. Like, so the meaning has changed, to like a more, uh, I mean, it wasn't as shallow as that, but it wasn't as deep as it is, you know. So having all of that kind of in my heart before any of this actually happened to me, it's pretty crazy, to be able to have stuff from my past mean so much in my present. And just being able to have Joe by my side, and just really not giving up on me, like, just before, because, I've been having kind of a hard morning physically this morning. And before I got on with you, I was trying to talk with Joe, and I had this crazy, horrible coughing attack. And it's weird because it's like he just knows, he just stays on the phone with me so I don't feel alone. He's out of town right now for work, but he's like, it's okay, you've got this. Just don't worry about talking. I'm here. Just catch your breath, find your breath. And and then just those words of encouragement. And like, even though he's like hundreds of miles away, like, it helped calm me down. I'm like, okay, I got this. I'm going to be okay. And, it made it not so scary as I've learned more about, other diseases and other people that have suffered from viral loads, like the MECFS community. You know, um, Maybe it's not as unique, but the idea of it crashing down on this giant percentage of people all at the same time, I think, is unique. And I think that having a filmmaker like you pushing forth the narrative is gonna, like the rising tide for all ships. Because every day is just, we're walking into the unknown. And my doctors say, I remember Joe asking my doctor, well, what does this look like? And he was like, well, basically your wife is a medical unicorn and she is writing the book. Like, we don't know the answers. This is all so new. Like, this is, atypical. And this is the book that's being written, is what we're going through. So it's just, unknown territory. And it's a scary place to be. I think every time you bubble up with me, it's always to remind me that I'm not the only one like this, you know. So it's a lot, but you're carrying a lot of weight from, like knowing what you know. But thank you, because I feel uh, so much dignity in the way that you carry it. So thank you for giving that dignity back